Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, we are here again on another episode of the Question Live Show with yours truly, Verona Willis-Brown. Yes, that is me. We are here again, and it is Thankful Thursday. Yes. And for those of you who've been tuning in and you don't know that we have new schedule, please look and you will see that there will be an announcement show that we do have new schedule, that we will be showing up more often in your home. Absolutely. So we've been going around and around, and it is May. Maybe it is May. Maybe you don't know what we're going to talk about. Maybe May is for maybe something. May I have, may I do, may I this, may I that. It is May. It is the month of Mental Health Awareness Month internationally, not just here. Okay. Internationally, it is Mental Awareness Month, and it is Child's Month. So we are twining in those two, and we are building a relationship with those two, and we are bringing you topics, we are bringing you solutions, we are bringing you strategic way of how to deal with mental health. Before I go any further, let me put up that I am not a medical doctor. I only give you what I learned. I learned from my experiences. My experiences are my best teachers. And then I give you wisdom from my higher being, who is God that deposited in me. I share back with you. So, no, I am not a medical doctor. If you need medical advice, please call your local emergency number. Yes. And if you do have clinical problems past medical health, which leads to medical sickness, medical illness, then you need to call your hospital, your local hospital. I will put up, I think I do have the number for that, the local toll-free number. Yes. So this is what happened when you show up on the Question Live show, as we go into the mindset, the mental state of mind. And we've been talking about the tenants that live in there. Yes, we do have some tenants that live inside of our head. And I do call them tenants because they are your emotions. They are the point where you get so comfortable with your emotions and you have them just sitting there, okay? And you build a relationship with them. And you make sure sometimes you allow them to bully you, okay? And right now we are talking about mental health month, where we are not supporting being bullied by our emotions. We are not supporting the fact that, hey, I am in a mental funk and I'm going to stay there. Nope, absolutely not. We are not staying there. And this is the whole point of us being here every single night. We're here to help you rise up out of that mental fog. So, with that said, whew, let us go right in. Before we go anywhere, we want to give honor to the legendary legend icon, um, our girl, our queen sister, Tina Turner. If you don't know by now, then you've just not seen the news break that she passed away yesterday. And we want to honor her legacy that she left behind. We salute her legacy that she left behind with us. And we will move forward, take her story. She took her story and she turned it into a great moment, great passion, great path she created for us. So we honor her. Yes, we do. But I'm going to tell you what, when we start this show here tonight, I'm going to tell you because I'm honoring my Tina. Yes, I am. Last night I had the dress, but I'm going to tell you what I have tonight. You don't believe what I have tonight, I'm going to show you. But before we go into that, I just want to say a hearty welcome to you all. Yes, I do. And if it is your first time tuning in, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. But if it's your first time, I ask you just to put your name on the bottom right there in the comment section. Type it in. Type it is your first time. Not that I want to shout. It's not that, I want to put you on the spotlight. I just want to acknowledge you with our welcome in. You get a special welcome. So if this is your first time tuning in, seeing me, hearing me, click on the link and you saw me pop up on your YouTube or your Facebook, then if it is your first time, you never heard of the show, just type in your name in the comment section and we give you a heart to welcome. And for those who are tuning in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many times you're just returning. I said, welcome home. Absolutely, because here we are family. And I don't like the word fan. I don't like that. I like when we are family, we share together, we support each other. So here we support each other, we grow together, and we intend to succeed together. So with that said, listen up. We do have rules here. So first timers, we do have rules. Whether 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, maybe 5 little baby rules. But you know what? There are rules everywhere. So don't get your heart pumping out of anxiety like, oh my gosh, she got rules. No. Just relax yourself, breathe, because everywhere you turn, there's rules. Yes, we do have rules. Yes, and if you come to my house, my rule gonna be take off your shoes by the door or something. So there are always rules, okay? So the first rule is if you are looking at me and you're hearing me, and you see live somewhere, or if I spotlight your name on the screen, or if I call your name, simply mean you are in the live audience. Yes. But if you don't hear me calling it, that simply means you're not in the live audience or you're not being on the screen. So, with that said, if you are in the live audience, I ask you to look down on the bottom and look to see if you see your share button. And when you see your share button, you are going to click it and you are going to share it elsewhere to someone and invite them to come on in the live. Because live is like getting fresh food out of the oven or off the stove, food that your mama cooked. And you know your mama could cook up some food. She would cook up some food, so you want to share that with somebody. Now, if you are watching this and it is not live, then it is the replay. So you hashtag replay, but you still want to share it. Because sometimes you want to share a little bit leftover, because leftover, when you watch a replay, it's like leftovers food. And even though some leftovers do taste good, honey, there's still nothing like the fresh food. So you want to share fresh food. So you want to share it live. Thank you very much. Right? So that's only one. Next one is grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, maybe a piece of feather. I don't know where you're going to get a feather from, but pull a piece of feather. And when you grab yourself a piece of feather, what you're going to do, you're going to get some ink or some paint, whatever it is, dip it in there and scribble, scrabble, right. But while you're doing that, grab yourself a notebook and a piece of paper so you can write down things. What am I telling you to write down? I am telling you here. And the Crystal Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets. And I encourage you to write them down. You see, when you write things down, it's like you're going inside of your head and you're extracting the very thoughts that are rolling up in there, jumping up in there, having jumping jacks in there. And when you extract your thoughts and a piece of paper, you're building a relationship. Yes, you're building a relationship with your hands, your heart, your mind, your soul, and the piece of paper. So you want to build a relationship. Is something about the relationship, okay? Write things down. So if you don't have book, paper, all that good stuff, listen what you do. You grab your devices. Yes, grab your devices, because somewhere inside of your devices, there's a notepad section, and you are going to go in there and you are going to write in there. But if you don't have that, you are going to text to yourself something that resonated with you tonight. Yes, you're going to do just that. Something that resonates with you, because those are called Juicy contents and golden nuggets. Write them down, because you never know. When you write one word, that one word can turn into a sentence, and a sentence can turn into a whole paragraph, and a whole paragraph turn into a whole page. And what happened to the page? You can write another page, another page, another page, and so forth. And then you're going to have more than one pages, and then it will lead to a book. Yes, you write your own story in a book. So that's what we do. That's why I encourage you to write things down. Yes, write things down. You never know. Maybe in the next couple of months, I'll see that you're a published author because you wrote things down. You don't got to write my story, but you're going to write things down. Yes. So what is the next one? Next rule is grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, soda, maybe a popsicle, whatever it is that you drink. Sometimes you might be drinking a broth, whatever it is that you drink. Please put it right there in the comment section. What is it that you're drinking? It's not that I want to know what you are drinking over there, but I just want to celebrate you as we raise our glass, our cup, our spoon together. That's a part of supporting each other. Yes. So I want to know, what is it that you're drinking? You see, every time I show up with my fancy glass. Absolutely. Do you see my fancy glass? Yes. I show up with my glass. And what is inside of my glass? I show up with water. Water, water, water all the time. It's coconut water, but it's still water. Water is good for you. It hydrates your body, and it does give you a nice little glow. But that's not the only reason why I drink water. I drink water because, you see, I believe in miracle. And Jesus is the best miracle worker. And he turned water into wine, darling. And because he turned water into wine, I never know what will happen to my water. Many of you who've been here, you might know that my water was not always water. But that's besides the point. The point is drink and hydrate your body. I encourage you to drink water. Be pure. Now the next one is, come on in. The next one is, if you need to use the bathroom, go now. Whether your bathroom is to the right or to the left, wherever it is, I hope there's no line. Right? Ladies, you know, everywhere we go, there's a line. So I hope there's no line wherever you are right now. So go to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom, come on back. And when you come on back, you are going to have your seat, because your seat is going to be reserved and your name is going to be stamped right on your seat. Why? Because it's just like the seat of life, where your name is on it, and your name is written on it because it's personalized with your gifts, your talent, your expectation, your intention, your destiny, your purpose. It is there. So you're going to come on back, you're going to grab your seat, and you're going to sit down so we can go into tonight's show. For those of you who don't need to use the bathroom, I am glad that you got your seat up front and you're sitting right there. Yes. So while you're sitting right there, I ask that you may take a sip for me, whatever you're sipping. Why? Because see, I've been doing all the talking over here. Yes, I've been doing all the talking. So take a sip for me. And while we wait for those who went to the bathroom, let me welcome a few people who already have their seat and they're ready to rock and roll with us. Rock and roll like Tina Turner. I was trying to get the Tina Turner look tonight, but it's just not working. But I'm going to tell you what, let me welcome a few people who are in the audience. And again, if this is your first time tuning in, please, by all means, put your name in the comment section so I know it is your first time. So while I do that, let me stop talking and let me welcome a few people. Ooh, in their seat. Yes. Now let's jump right into it. I see we have Yasmin. Yasmin, welcome back, welcome back. And I see S24, Somali TV. Welcome, welcome back, welcome back. As you can see, we are greeting each other. Yes. We are greeting each other because that's what we do here. We greet each other. We let everybody feel welcome. It's a part of supporting each other. Yes, and I see Sabrina G. Welcome, 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 welcome back. Welcome back. It is good when we show up. Yes. Oh, and I see Roblyn live. welcome, welcome. Roblin Live, is this your first time? Let us know so we can welcome you with our first time welcome. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. And yes, as you can see, we are welcoming each other. We do this while we wait for those who went to the bathroom and for those who went to grab their drink. Now I see Kylie. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome. All right. Yes, indeed. And we are rolling down the river. And welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yasmin is having water. Yes, indeed, Yasmin. I said water will keep you pure and true. Yes. It will keep you pure and true. And again, you never know what will happen to your water. Oh, Anna is having water. Water it is. And yes. As we can see, we are welcome each other. And I see Theta is in the house. Yes, she is. She says she's in the house. Yes, she is. Yes, it is so good to see you all here tonight. But thank you. So those who are in the bathroom, if you need to come out of the bathroom now, we are going to start the show. So for those who are here, if you are ready, type in the comment section that you're ready so we could roll into tonight's episode. It is good to drink water before you get thirsty. Yes. And I want to address something on this water. You see, a lot of time people get thirsty and they go for juice. But no. That juice will make you more thirsty. So if you get thirsty, grab yourself a bottle of water, a glass of water. And another thing is, do not drink cold ice water. I want to whisper and I want to tell you that you should have room temperature water, because when you drink cold ice water coming out of your freezer, you know what will happen to your body? It will shock your body and it will freeze up your fat. So for those of you who have a little extra fat than I do, it will freeze up your body fat and then you find it very hard to lose weight. Again, I am not a medical doctor. I am just sharing from my experience. So no, please do not drink cold water. No, oh, there you go. No, don't drink cold water. No, do not drink cold water. It is not good for your stomach. It will freeze up your stomach muscle, tighten your stomach muscle, tighten up your body fat. And I give you a perfect analogy regarding that before we go into tonight's show, because since I see that Roblin said that she don't drink cold water. So let me go over a little bit of this cold water. Think about your fat on your body or inside your body, wherever the fat is. Think about it as grease. As if when you cook your food and you're putting grease inside of your sink. Now, if you're putting grease inside of your sink, what it will do, it will clog your sink. How do you get rid of that clogging? You pour some hot water in there and it just melts it away. Now, if you pour some cold water on there, it will tighten the fat, the grease that is sitting in your sink, and then you now have a clogged sink. It is the same thing as your body. Whatever you put in your body absorbs it and it turns into fat and it sits there, and you pour in some cold water in there and it numb everything that's in there. So yes, so that's on the water topic here. Now, like I told you, we are going to go into the mindset for a minute, but we are honoring Tina. And because we are honoring Tina and I had my dress last night, I just want to let you know, tonight I have my shoes. Yes, I do. Ta-da! I do have my shoes tonight. Woo-hoo! Yep. Yes, in honor of our legendary Tina Turner. Honey, I'm prepared. I got my shoes right here. The lady that had $1 million legs. You saw them legs on that lady, and I told you last night that, ladies, if you want to have those kind of legs, you gotta wear these kind of shoes. You gotta wear some heels up in here, up in here. Yes, you do. Have you ever seen Tina without her heels? No. I'm not going to try to say that's her secret, but I'm just trying to let you know I know a thing or two about wearing heels. Yeah, so I do have mine sparkling. Yes. So if you don't have your heels, that's fine, and if you don't have your sparkling dress, that's fine too. Good. With that said, you want a drink for me? I drink right here. Sip, sip, sip. As we take on tonight's episode. Tonight we are going to talk about camping. And you might be saying, camping, the campground? Not the camp that you go light a fire on. I said COMP because why? It is a part of the word comparison. We are going to talk about the tenant called comparison. If you have not seen the other session, then you might want to go back and see the other tenants that we address. So tonight we are going to address the tenant called comparison because it is a thing. It's not a thing of the past. It's not a thing of tomorrow. It's a thing of right now. Yes. We get into this comparison thing and we comparing this and comparing that and comparing this. We compare our fingers, we compare our toes. Yes, we do. We make comparison all the time. And because we make comparison all the time, what we are doing to ourselves, we are limiting our ability, we are limiting our potential, we are limiting our purpose, we are blocking the door for our purpose and our destiny. So we are going to go in, you know what we do? We are going to go inside of the mind and we are going to get our eviction notice. Yes, we are, and we are going to evict comparison. Yes. Will it go away? No, because every single day you get up, there's something to compare yourself with. There's someone, there's something, there's this, there's that. There's always comparison. They're always there. But the reason why we are going to evict it out of our mind is because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And when we have these things sitting in our mind, taking up residence, they're having a field day, they're doing jumping jacks, they're having jump rope, they're playing marbles, they're doing all sort of stuff, they're playing soccer, track and field. What happened with them? They put you into a mental funk. Yes, they do. They put you into a mental funk. And when you go into a mental funk, that is where mental health defined. That is how you got mental health, not mental illness, but mental health. Because mental health can be resolved. Mental health, there are solutions, there's strategic way to be healthy in your mind. Because that's basically what it's saying. Mental health simply means you need to have a healthy mindset. Mental health means you need to have a healthy mentality to how you approach life. That's what mental health is. Mental health is not saying that you're sick. Mental health is saying that you are making unhealthy choices and you're in a mental funk. Absolutely. So here we are dropping solutions, strategic way of how you can approach this mental health month as we come out of May. We are in the 25th, 26th day, whatever time we're in. It could be morning, noon, or night for someone right now. But whatever day it is, we're in the month of May. I don't think no one else is in another month. We all in the month of May. So we want to get out of May a little bit stronger. We want to get out of May a little bit more powerful and a little bit more empowered. We want to get out of May. And when we get into June, we are ready to conquer, to go into beast mode, to go and open the door to our destiny. Our purpose is waiting for us all the time. So while it is waving to us, let us remember that it's only you that can get there. Yes, your purpose is personalized. It's a personal thing. It is not Verona's purpose is Dr. Benning's purpose. Verona's purpose is not Roblin's purpose. Verona's purpose is not Theta's purpose. No, Theta's purpose is her purpose, and she has to go after it for herself. Therefore, if Theta finds herself in a mental funk, it is up to Theta to rise. She got to rise on her own. She got to motivate her own self. I just drop inspirational stuff. She has to motivate herself to rise up, to get towards her purpose, to achieve her goals and all the expectation that she has. So no one can do this for you. We all go to these mental funk. Every single day there's something adding up where it's like a magnet. And we go when we pick it up and we gravitate to all these things that cause mental funk. So tonight we are going to talk about the effort that you will put in. What are the effort that you will put in? How will you put in some effort to get out of these mental funk that are sitting over our head, that are causing these tenants to keep on playing and keep on going towards the Olympics in our head? Because everything starts and stops inside of our head. And when they go inside of our head, inside of our mind, they hold a conversation with our heart and they go back and forth. They go back and forth, and somewhere between the mind and the heart, right here in the middle, there's a break off somewhere. There's a break off. So we want to mend that break off so we can be in full alignment. So what are the efforts that you will put in? What are the efforts that you will put in to rise up to build that full alignment? What are the efforts? Effort number one, you are going to continue to tell yourself that you are not comparing yourself with the next person. Are you with me? There's no comparison to you. Roblin was created in her own unique way. Dr. Smile was created in her own unique way. So why would you compare yourself with another person? God took the time and the effort to create you. To create you in such a way that you're so unique. So when you start comparing yourself to another person, it's because you are not accepting the fact that you are so unique. You present yourself so uniquely. Why would I want to compare myself to the next person? Now I'm going to look at God and say, oh, God, I want to be like, no. You want to be like somebody? No. Not even if you came from a multiple birth. You are not the same as the next person. Therefore, you do not compare yourself with the next person. Why would you do that? It is very important that we understand this, that the effort that we make to compare ourselves, we can make the same effort to not compare ourselves. It's that simple. Because you are limiting yourself when you make that comparison. That's a smile, her smile. Why would I compare my smile to her smile? That's her smile. She got her own smile. So, Verona, you don't smile like Dr. Benny. You don't smile like Dr. Smile. No, I can't smile like her because I am Verona. You don't speak like that first lady. Or you don't speak like Oprah. No, I can't because I'm not Oprah. Huh. So there's no comparison. Sometimes we come from family where there are more than one. And we compare them. We sit and we say, oh, but you are not smart as your brother. You're not smart as your sister. Your sister get higher grades than you. what happened to you. So no, we are not making no comparison. You're limiting the potential of the other person as well as yourself. So what effort is it that you are making not to compare yourself to the next person? Right? Uh-huh. Number 2, let us know that we have winning moments. Little win, big wins, medium win. We have winning moments all the time. And when you think just a little bit of hope or light on yourself, on your potential, on your goals, on your intentions, that is winning. Where did it start? In your head. I mentioned before that we were not created to think impossible. We were created to think positively and possible. So when you start thinking positive, the first positive thought comes in your head. And you counteract because now you're going to compare yourself to Yasmin. No. Celebrate your little win. Celebrate your little win. Your little win is your little win. Your big win is your big win. We got to come out of the fact that, oh, but Yasmin is winning and you are not. No. No. No such thing. We are evicting that tenant tonight. And I give you permission, Roblin, I give you permission, Theta, to evict that tenant that is sitting there, allowing you to compare yourself. So the eviction notice is sitting right here. We are going to evict that tenant. We want our mind to be on the high positive note because when we are evicting things, we are evicting the negative side of these emotions because emotions are part of our DNA. They are part of what makes us up. They are part of us. They are part of our uniqueness. So therefore, we are evicting the negative part of that tenant. Will they still be there? Of course. Of course they will be there. So we're just evicting the negative side of them. The one that's jumping on the bed. The one that's saying that you can't do something. The one that's telling you to compete with somebody. Compare yourself with somebody. Yes, those are the ones that we're evicting. And 3, stop keeping score. Stop keeping score. We often find ourselves keeping score. That's another part of comparison. Huh? Are you still with me? Let me know that you're still with me. Because we want to get these things so we can have a healthy mindset. We want to make healthy, conscious decisions. So if you're still with me, let me know. Type in the comment section right there that you are still with me. Because we want to stay on this comp ground tonight. Huh? We want to evict some things. We want to get out of this comparison. We want to stop doing that as of tonight. And if we don't stop, we want to eliminate it a little bit, diminish it a little bit. Huh? So the third one is stop keeping score. Everybody's following. Stop keeping score. We often wrap ourselves around score keeping. Oh, your husband this, your wife this, your children this, all of that. Oh, but this is 1. Oh, but this is 2. But you did this. But you did this yesterday. You didn't do this today. Stop keeping scores. Because when you keep score, you're not living in your now moment. And we want you to live into your now, right now, today. Stop keeping score of who did something from 19, how long? The trauma that you went through from 19, how long? Stop keeping score from somebody who hurt you from 19 how long? Or even yesterday. Stop keeping score of yesterday. Stop keeping score. Because when you keep score, you are not moving forward. The more we keep score is the less we are going towards our purpose. Is the less we are going towards our destiny. Because our destiny, there's no score over there. It's just welcoming you. It just got open arms like, yes, here comes Yasmin. I've been waiting for you. So therefore, we will not keep score. So let us remember we need to get the eviction notice. And we are going to evict that little thing that say you're keeping score. You did something yesterday. Bye-bye. Yesterday's gone. Can you go back to yesterday? Huh? This show is called A Question, so I like to ask questions. And I ask you the question as you tune in, can you go back into yesterday? Do you know what yesterday looked like? Can you go back to 1990? Can you go back to 1973? Can you go back to 1965? Can you go back there? Can you literally like, oh, guess what? I am packing my bag. I put my bag on my arm. I got my suitcase. I got all this stuff. I got my passport. And I'm going back in time. Can you do that? I ask you the question as you watch me and listen to me. I ask you that question. If you pack your bag, do you have a traveling document to go into your past? If your answer is no, why is it that we are making comparison to the past, to now? Why do we continue to take that which happened from then and we're making comparison? But I remember when you used to, because that's the famous word. Let us not make comparison to that. You cannot go back into yesterday. There's no passport. There's no traveling document. There's no suitcase. There's nothing. You know, we probably have clothes from a long time, but you still can't go back to when you purchased that. Can you go back into that moment when you purchased that outfit? No. No, you can't. So we are going to evict comparison. Absolutely. So I want to make sure that you're still with me because I'm going to drop in some solutions as how we going to move a little bit further into the space. When we evict something, we want to move into a space. When we move something, sometimes, ladies, you know we do this. Men, you do this too. When you take something out of one space and, oh, what can I put in there? Right, ladies, you know we decorate up the house and we take our time and we say, oh, let's rearrange the house. And if we take something else, we want to put something else. And if we get rid of, you know, our shoes, we want to buy another new shoes, and we get rid of, you know, the outfit, and we go to the store and purchase another one. Yes. But you see, sometimes we don't get rid of anything, but we keep on bringing in things. Yeah. We keep on bringing in things. And what happened? It will cause a clutter in your literal space as well as in your mind. It will cause a clutter. So for you to create that space, that healthy space, is to get rid of some things. And sometimes you don't put anything in that space. But sometimes you get rid of something and then you put something else in there. Something that's better. Because that is the whole point, for you to understand that mental health is where you want to be better. So who should you compare yourself with? Not the next person. You should compare yourself with Only yourself. Because you want to make a better version of yourself. You want to create a better version of yourself. And the more healthy choices you make, healthy decision that you make, you're creating a healthier, you're creating a better version of yourself. And that is the comparison. Oh, my yesterday? Mm-mm. Oh, no. Today is a better version of me. So you make comparison to yourself. Nope. Do not make comparison to the next person. Only to yourself. You and your destiny. Now, I want to make sure that you're still with me so we can go into some solutions. Raise your hand, type your name, let me know that you are still here and you're still with me while or you can just sip some water on my behalf. Yes, but type in your name, let me know that you're still with me so we can go into our solutions. Thank you. Or you're still with me, raise your hand or type in your name into the comment section that you're still with me so we can move ahead. Absolutely. Keeping score that's yeah. We keep score on the husband, the children, the cat, the dog, the rat, the roach, everything. Even if it's a roach, oh my goodness, we saw a roach yesterday. Oh yeah, you keeping score of how many roaches you saw? Yes, please. Let us stop keeping score. Sometimes we have a whole sheet, a whole scoreboard of the very thing somebody did to us. Is that benefiting you? No. No. So let's talk about some solution. Again, I encourage you from the beginning to grab yourself something to write with. Grab yourself your notebook. I encourage you to grab yourself a piece of paper. If not, grab yourself your phone or something to write with, because again, we are going to drop some tools here. So be ready to write these things down. There are solutions to stop comparing. For one, when you find yourself in a mental funk and you're comparing yourself, because what? The tenant of comparison is sitting there and is telling you that you are not like the next person, and is holding you down, and is holding you hostage, and is holding in your place, it lock your arm, you got to fight yourself out of this. One, I always tell you, do a deep breathing. Breathe. And when you breathe, you're going to get up. Yes. You are going to first tell yourself inside of your mind, go inside there. And you convince yourself from inside of your head, I'm going to get up. I am going to get up. I am going to get up. And you get up. Each time you convince your mind, your brain, all those little people in there that you will get up, you will get up. I am going to get up. You get up. You dust yourself off. You unravel, you fix your collar, you tuck in your tie, you button up. And you get up. You get up and you face your destiny. You face forward because that's where your destiny lies. Get up. Those who are in that mental funk, get up. So that's one. Two, this is sometimes we oftentimes find ourselves not doing this. So I am going to say number two, take responsibility for yourself, for your action, for the very thought that comes in your head. Take responsibility. It is yours. Every single thought, you are responsible for how you want to maneuver it. Take responsibility. Be responsible. Be that responsible person. Because if you are going to, again, evict someone, it is your responsibility to hand over the eviction notice. So be responsible. Show up and say, I am now responsible for how my mind will go from today. I am now responsible for the action that I will take. I am now responsible for every decision that I will make from today. Yes. So be responsible. And the third one is continue to learn. Now, what am I saying? Every moment, every opportunity that you get, continue to learn. Learn enough so you can teach the other. So therefore, when you learn to teach, you won't compare yourself to the next person. So if Dr. Smile learned something and she learned it with intent, with the mentality to teach me, she will not compare herself to me. If Sister Yasmin learned something with the intention to teach Roblin, she will not compare herself to Roblin. If Roblin learned something with the intention to teach Theta, she will not compare herself to Theta. So you want to develop the mentality to learn something so you can teach it to someone else. There you go. No comparison. You learn to teach. Learn enough every day so you can teach the next person. That is the whole purpose of life, for us to teach each other, to learn from each other. So what? We could grow and we can support each other. We will build together. When we build together, what happens? We become stronger together. We will learn that one person cannot succeed by themselves. Nope, not at all. You can search the entire world and you can find one person that said, I define success. And you will ask them, how did they get there? They will tell you they were somebody else. So let us learn to teach. Let us learn something so we can teach the next person. We are not learning to compare ourselves to others. Next one. Always seek feedback. When you do something, something is accomplished, seek feedback. What are the feedbacks you are getting? Don't take them in such a negative way. Sometimes the feedback come in, maybe the way you are comparing yourself, you are taking it so negatively. Seek feedback. Ask someone, what do you think? I could ask you right now, what do you think of this show? Yes, let me know what's your feedback. That's why it's important to show up. And when you show up, whether it is on the live or on the replay, to put comment in the section right there that says, it says comment. That's why the comment section is there. Put your comments there. Put your feedback. Let me see your feedback, that when I'm off camera or maybe while I'm on, I could read and I could see. Okay, maybe the feedback is saying just tweak a little, add a little. Not because I am comparing myself with you, but just to this a little, that. When you get feedback, it is feeding you. It is adding a little bit more spice, maybe. Yasmin is good in creating contents. Maybe she said, Verona, if you just add this to your content, then Roblin, if you add this to your content. So you see what is happening? You get some feedback so you can grow. Feedback will teach you how to grow. It's like feeding your children. You're feeding another person. It is not comparing yourself to them. So let us take feedback as we go. Yes, feedback is important. So I gave you 4 things, 4 solutions. If you are not writing them down, this is your moment to write them down, because I will go back over them just real quick. But before I do that, I like to throw in my little story. I like to talk about my story. I like to incorporate my story because my story is my story. So I like to share a little bit of my story when I use these Solution, strategic way, because I told you, experience is my teacher. And when I don't do that, my higher self, God, my creator, he will teach me what to say and how to say and all these good things. So I like to teach you because I like to learn and he keep on imparting in me. So I like to show up and I like to teach you such things. You see, growing up, I came from a big family. If you don't know my story before, I give you just a little snap. I came from a very big family, a family of 12. Absolutely, a family of 12. Now, if you imagine a family of 12, can you imagine a little table trying to hold all these children and my mother trying to feed all of us? My mother had a way to feed us. She had a way to make sure that nobody was left behind, and she had a way to make sure that everybody got the same amount of food. So she would cut our food in pieces and she would just spread them out on our plate, and it would look really nice and scrumptious, and we will know exactly what we had. And she would get one dumpling and she would cut the dumpling maybe in 6 pieces. Then she would put 3 pieces right here and 3 pieces over on my brother's plate and so forth. And I would watch the way she would build this strategic way of treating the family. The only person that had more food was my dad, because of course he's the husbandman, he's the father. So he had more food. But somehow I remember one story that I got my food. I sat next to my brother. I sat next to my sister. And I sat there with my plate and I saw my food. And somehow I realized that my brother had his eyes on my plate. He was comparing my food to his food. I mean, we all got the same food. But somehow it seemed like he was comparing his plate to my plate. Why? Because he finished eating his and mine was still sitting there because I took some time to eat mine. So apparently he realized that his plate was somewhat empty and mine still had. So he made a comparison that he didn't have enough food. No, we all had the same amount. So what do you think he did? Oh, I'll let you figure what he did. But it goes back to what I'm saying. I am telling you my story to let you know these are real story, and that's my story. You have a different story, but that's my story. That he made comparison to my plate with his plate. But there was no comparison. Why? Because we had the same amount of food. We had the same food. You see, we oftentimes do this. We compare ourselves based on what somebody else is doing or what somebody else have. Maybe you got a bigger butt, maybe you have a bigger boobs, maybe you have, a bigger smile, brighter eyes, more hair, brighter nails, something. But what we fail to understand is there's no comparison to anyone when we all have the same amount of time. Yes. We all have the same amount of time. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter your time zone. The fact of the matter is we all got 24 hours. 24 hours. Hit all of us in different time zones. But yet we are comparing ourselves to each other of what the other person is doing. Yet we are comparing ourselves to each other to see how the other person is improving themselves. Why? Maybe the other person is comparing themselves a little bit faster than you. But hey, we all got different potential and we move at a different speed. But why should we compare ourselves when what was handed to us is 24 hours? So I ask you, each and every one of you, what is it that you are doing with your 24 hours? I am not privileged. Yasmin is not privileged. Dr. Smile is not privileged. Ifra is not privileged. Robin Lab is not privileged. No one here is privileged. Kali is not privileged. Theda is not privileged. Anna is not privileged. Nobody is privileged. We don't hold privilege in our hand. We are utilizing our 24 hours. Some of us might get 4 hours of sleep. Some might get 8. Some might get 5. The fact of the matter is, we all got to use our time and use it wisely. Because when we do such, absolutely, when we do such, we are lifting up each other. We don't want to break each other down. This is not a point to break each other down. We are at a point in time where it's time to lift up humanity in such a way. How can we lift up humanity when we are comparing each other? We are comparing ourselves to each other. There's no comparison. My dear viewers, as you listen in or as you watch, remember, you are the boss. As we are on this campground, let us remember, the only person that should get comparison is you against you. It's you comparing yourself to your yesterday so you can have a better version of yourself. Comparison is stealing from yourself. It is stealing from your destiny. It is stealing from your purpose. It is stealing from you becoming your authentic self. Comparison is stealing from the next person. So as I pause this episode, remember, you, yes, you are uniquely created. With all your flaws, your failures, and your faults, you are uniquely created. There's no comparison to anything. So let us remember to get the eviction notice as we evict the tenant in our mind. Teach your children not to compare to nobody. If you compare your children with their siblings, what will happen? They will compare themselves to their peers. They will compare themselves to the community. They will compare themselves. So remember, there's no comparison. Once it presents itself, you will know that you are uniquely created to lift up humanity. As we lift up humanity together, just remember, it's only one of you. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank you all for being here. You being here is saying that you are not showing up for yourself. You are showing up for your family, your community, and generations to come. Let us remember, we are showing up together. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Again, it is important that we learn that we are unique. I am me, and you are you. Thank you so much. And again, we have no schedule. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, as we continue to take this moment to start evicting the very tenants that don't serve us well. Thank you so much. As we say, I don't say bye. I just say I'll see you on the next go around, which is tomorrow. Same time, same place, because we do have new schedule. If you don't know, then you are going to know that we do have new schedule every day. Thank you again for being here.